another video, and today's episode I'll be teaching you a very interesting music. Like I said, it's the Amapiano kind of music, and I'll be showing you how I got to make this song. So but before we dive into today's episode of learning how to make music, I would like you to first of all follow my page if you're just watching for the first time, and to put on the notification and to comment after this video what you think about it and what next would you want me to give you tips on. So let's get on with it. Okay, I won't be showing you all the song. I'll just be showing you for you to see how I made it, just a little sample. So let's get on with the song. Firstly, I'll be showing you the sound selection, how I got my sounds, and this is first of all, this is the it's actually a downloaded sound. This also is a downloaded sound, and it's pretty easy to import sounds from your device into the FL Studio for editing. You have to go to your files and go to the location. For example, this is where the sounds I got is located. You can see them: Kill Bill, Siren, and Siren Hall. All you have to do is just drag the piece, drag it into this the channel rack area, and there you have it. The sound is all ready to be used. You can see this is the sound. So it's pretty easy to import sounds. And also, this is my hyper ring. This is the sound I used to make the ring sound. It's actually found in the packs. You can see this is where the packs is, in the drum mode audio, and you go to the drum mode audio, go to the rims, and it's actually located. One of the best sounds used for Amapiano is, you can have also other ones too, just depending on whatever you want to make, but I'm just showing you what I used to make the sound in case you want to make something like this. And also the shaker is quite important to get the shaker, and one of the best shakers I recommend for Amapiano types of song is this. One of the best shakers is this one, shaker 10. Sound more realistic. It sounds more realistic. Also this, and this is our goat saw. It's used for the chorus sound, and it's actually a plugin called the Citrus. As you can see, this is a side source, and this is a preset that I used. It's a gold saw preset. The gold saw preset is actually found here. You can see when you click it, it takes you to this point, and at first it comes fully like this. When it comes like this. It's also like this, and this also like this. So this is the sound. So, but you don't want it to be or a whole to be filled like that, and so you want to, all you have to do is just reduce this, make it to completely vanish, and then you have a better sound like this. So I prefer this sound. It depends on whatever you want. And the attack kick 13 is what I use as my main kick, which is also located in the drum section. This is it, the attack kick 13. And the string gold is actually my sub bass. It is a plugin called the Harmless plugin. As you can see, this is the Harmless plugin. When you click it, it takes you to this whole setting, and then all you have to do is just go to your presets. Okay. Look at it here, just below, just above the Viking gold. That's where it is. Piano, which is the FL keys, and how. So this is how I got my my particular sound. As you can see, it's going from side to side. The pan is actually the natural preset for this. It's actually going from side to side. You can see. And the stereo, it actually goes from side to side. So first thing I want to do is to make it stay in the center. So you can see the LFO has been reduced. It's becoming steady. And then what next you want to do is to make it a little bit more wider. As you can see, the sound has been made wider, and you want to reduce the hardness so it has a soft sound. Then increase the sensitivity to its fullest, so it kind of reduces the tension in the sound. And then you want to pull up the stretch, so it has a smooth sound, not all punchy, and then reduce the velocity and also the muffle. So that's how I got my sound. And also the my bass guitar is actually in the instruments section. On the bass section, you can see classic 80s. This is the preset I used for it. It's classic 80. And then the log drum itself, which is the Amapiano. As you can see, this sound is a little bit higher. So when making the Amapiano, you make sure you make it lower octaves to give it that bass vibe. You see. Higher it goes, the less likely it sounds like an Amapiano. It's actually a log drum, and then when you click it, it's you can find it here on the log drum. So when you click it, it actually shuts up. You can also stretch it to to have a better sustain. If you wish, you can see if it is less sustained, you see it's shorter, so you can actually increase the sustain to be sound longer. So all right, that's pretty much all about our sound selection. And most of these sounds weren't used, so I didn't bother to show you where I got them from. And then finally we have our toxic biohazard, and this is where you find the presets, the different presets for the song. As you can see, I selected at the keyboard and the mystery keys, so this is how I got my sound for the background, the background sound. All right, that is pretty much all about the patterns and everything that I played in the patterns, and see how I assemble this beat up. First of all, I go to pattern 1, and mostly it's made up of these sounds. As you can see, the rims are set in this order, and also you can actually make something different than this depending on what you want. Music is all about creativity. And okay, now this is the way I made the shaker. Now if you're wondering if you notice that the velocities are not actually the same, some are higher and some are lower, and it's pretty easy to make something like that. When this is how I was able to separate the two sounds and the two different velocities. Now I just have to place them side by side like this. Let's just work with just these ones. And then what you want to do next is you mark this one, the lower one, then you go to your tools and go to your scale levels and reduce them to the sound that you want, to the level that you want it to be. So we're taking it to this level, and then you accept it, and also then you want to bring it back to the same track for them to sound the same, to look identical. So this is how to separate the two sounds from each other. So the reason why I made it like this, so it gives it the real, the realistic African shaker vibe. As you can see, the shaker, one is higher, one is lower, so it gives it the actual shaking vibe. Then next we have our sub bars. It's pretty easy. In our last video I showed you how to place notes and how to increase them, so it's pretty easy to make whatever you want to make. Same thing with this one. This is just the introduction to it. If you remember, I should also show you how to place notes, how to increase and to reduce the sustain in every note. So I won't be going much on the details of this. Also, this is our Amapiano. This is the chord that was played. This is a self-improvised chord. As you can see, the shape of it is not one of those basic chords that I showed you the other time. So this is the log drum. Like I told you, we make sure that we maintain the bass octave of the log drum to give it that vibe. See, to give it the Amapiano vibe. And our pattern 7 is also the same Amapiano, and pattern 8, pattern 9 is this, the toxic biohazard. Is actually this sound. Pattern 10 is this. So as you can see, these are the these are the patterns that are used and for the song. Actually, this one wasn't used, so I pretty much scrapped it. So these are the sounds that were used. And finally, our bars. So these are just the patterns that were used for the song, and as you can see, my placement, I arranged them, I assembled them in an orderly form, so for it to be easy for me to edit whenever I want, whichever sound that I want to edit. This section is this section is the shaker and the snare and the rim section. This section, as you can see, okay, let me do it like this. This is the shaker and the rim section. So you can solo whatever section you want to solo. You can solo whatever section you want to solo by right clicking in your mouse, and then you can solo it. So this is for the sub bass. So this is for the keyboard. This is for the chorus. This is the Amapiano. This is also the Amapiano. There's two sections for the Amapiano. I actually let it consume 2 spaces because I need more technical. As you can see, some of the patterns are cut into beats and joints and mixed with other different patterns of the log drum. So you can see there's a technical, it's a bit complex here. Some of them are not really complete, some of them are cut bit by bit to join with other, to give it a good mix, That's what creativity is all about. So I had to take 2 tracks to achieve that. And next we have this sound. This is pretty much the continuity sound, and this is our effect sound. As you can see, these are effect sounds, our effect section, and then this is the bars. So when you play all together, so that's pretty much how to assemble your beats, your song, for easy accessibility. In case you want to make any edits, is how to arrange them for it to look nice and neat. And then now we go to our mixer channel and see what I did there. This at first is the master, I really prefer using the Maximus because it gives a better sound for mastering. So, but when it comes at first, it comes with a limiter, which is this. So I don't really much fancy the limiter, so I always put it off, or I replace it with the Maximus. And I in my Maximus, I make sure I use the preset called the Master Aid. So it gives it a very nice blend of all the sounds, so the sounds come out very clean, you know. And then these are the two channels that have effects on them, which is pretty much just the parametric EQ, and of course the stereo and shaper. What the stereo shaper does, it gives it a wide, you know, the sound comes out in a wide form, and so when you're on headset, you hear them from side to side, not actually from the center. And the parametric EQ is basically just like an equalizer. You can choose to reduce it by moving one of these knobs, one of these pointers. So it gets you what the sound that you're looking for. So this is the treble, this is the sharpness, which is pretty much the high frequency, and these are the lower frequency. This is the middle frequency, this is the bass frequency. So the more the left side, the more you go left, it gets deeper, and the more you go right, it gets higher. So this is just basically it about the parametric EQ. Then secondly, we have the bass boost. It usually helps the bass for vibration, you know, it gives you that vibrating sound when the bass is playing. And the parametric EQ also, like I said, is like an equalizer. So as you can see, I pull this right side up, the left side of the parametric EQ, which is the bass side, I put it a little bit higher, and then I reduce the high frequency, I reduced it to a lower tone. So that's pretty much it about mixer. And as you can see, this is how I was able to make the song. And I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I hope you tell me what you think about the song, and tell me what kind of song would you like me to give you tips also. So enjoy, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and to follow, to share with your friends, and to share with anyone that is a producer that is having challenge in using the FL Studio, or someone that aspires to become a producer that doesn't really have the necessary gadget or the financial, you know, support to make music. Thanks for watching. Once again, like, comment, and put on the notification, so when my next video drops, you'll get notified.